Welcome back to DAGryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave. This past Saturday was the Flash Train Meet at the Renningers in Kutztown, Pennsylvania. The train show at the Renningers in Kutztown is always a good show. I've been there many times, except the last few that I've missed because I've had other things I needed to do. This time I was able to make it. Wasn't necessarily a great choice, but I did it. Reason why my voice sounds like this is I went to a concert Friday night, slept about an hour or so, then got up at 6 a.m. to drive the 2 hours to Kutztown to go to the train show. Left there around noon, got home, went to another concert, and spent some more hours screaming my head off, so I'm lucky I can talk at all right now. There are a couple of reasons I really enjoy this show. One is for the fantastic deals that are always there. If you're looking for something specific, it can be tough, but if you're a deal seeker like me, there is always so much to see, always lots of options. The best deal that I ever passed up on twice was at this show. And if I had had any sleep, I would have probably spent more than $15. But I was a zombie. So I got there, I hung out with my friends, I looked around, and I had to get out of there. I was exceedingly tired when I was at the show, so I really had a hard time taking in all the things I was looking at, or making decisions, or walking, really. But there was definitely some stuff that would have made great projects. I really couldn't make any decisions, so I just got a couple little things and came home. I always like finding inexpensive die-cast cars, because at some point, hopefully I'll have a bunch of roads. But even if I don't, it's kind of fun just to collect inexpensive cars and find ones that are better for particular scenes. I don't think I plan on having any fast food establishments on the layout, but this McDonald's car was just kind of neat. And the other one I picked up was a little unique in that the trunk opens. So I could do like a scene at the station or something, somebody getting their bags out of their car, getting ready for a trip. One of my buddies that I tend to see there, who you might know as Life with Roscoe, gifted me yet another public service bus. Always happy to add another one of these. And I just realized something right now. Early on, I was thinking I wanted some sort of bus depot. And that's when I really didn't have any larger flat spaces on the layout before I built the extension over here. And I've been having trouble figuring out what to do with the flat space there. I need a bus depot. Line up a bunch of these buses, have some with interior lights, some with headlights. I think it could look really cool. So that's something I'm gonna have to think about and maybe start planning. My buddy Dell, who you might know from Instagram or from the 3 Rails 4 Dads here on YouTube, gifted me this Weaver car, mostly because he had seen me running some similar ones on my layout recently. This one's Conrail. That's pretty cool. The only problem was, and he mentioned this at the time, it's got 2-wheel trucks. So I'm pretty sure I either have Weaver trucks to put on this, or I could probably sacrifice one of the lesser quality Weaver boxcars that I have, because a couple of them had warped bottoms and they just never sit right or don't roll right. So I'll use the trucks from those to get this one on the rails. Those 2-rail trucks do roll pretty nice though. My big purchase for the day was this Atlantic Division TCA Caboose for $10. I'm not usually one to pick up convention cars or things like that, but I just thought this was a pretty nice caboose, especially for $10. It's got some nice weight, it's got pickup rollers on it. I don't think this thing's ever been run. It looks like a detailed interior with lights. So for the $10, I was pretty happy with it. Besides, it says return to Cherry Hill on here. Cherry Hill's probably about 2 hours south of here, but it's just cool to have the Jersey thing on there. And another thing I noticed about this when I was looking at it after I got home was the illustration in the middle. It's got that Crusader on it. That's just neat. I liked the matte black roof, the fact that it's a scale caboose, and of course that it was $10. It does not roll well. Matter of fact, it barely rolls. So I'll have to check out those trucks and maybe lubricate them a little bit. I did come home with one more thing that I got from my buddy Dell, and it was something that he had picked up but wasn't going to be able to use. And that's this backdrop. And I would use this on the expansion behind my more industrial area. I'll have to figure out how I want to go about installing it. Probably put it on some foam core or something so that I can hang it up, because I really can't just attach it to the concrete. But I think it'll be a lot of fun and add some decent depth to that area. So I was not properly rested. It was probably a really bad idea to drive 2 hours to a train show on 1 hour of sleep, but I did it, and it went okay. I did have a good time, and it's always great seeing my friends there. Usually see Nick's Crossing, my buddy David from DB Tech, Life with Roscoe, and my buddy Dell from the 3 Rails 4 Dads podcast. And I'll put the links to their channels below in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on DAGryffyn Hobby.